Like, how about that False Hydra? That's pretty conversation worthy. Am I right, my fellow humans? Honestly, though, the False Hydra is very neat. I think the biggest issue with the False Hydra right now is just that everyone knows about it. Like, it's gotten so popular online that people aren't going to be surprised by it at all. And, like, you can run a fun False Hydra session with the people already knowing a False Hydra, but it's not going to have, like, the impact that you think it will going into the session. Like, whenever you set up a False Hydra, part of the goal is the players thinking, oh, that's a little bit weird for a lot of different stuff. And then the big realization moment uh, during the actual False Hydra session and the horror of not knowing what exactly is going on, where they start to put together the pieces, and all that's really cool. And getting rid of that, the party. Also, with a False Hydra, the party will know that it's happening in like the first session once you first accidentally say there's too many party members. How do I get down there? Oh well. They'll like instantly know because it's been memed about in the community so much that everyone already knows that, oh, if there's ever accidentally said to be too many party members, you've got a False Hydra session coming. So they know super far ahead of time. And it's kind of, there's not been a ton of unique types of False Hydra sessions run, I feel. Most of the stories I see online follow a pretty similar pattern and style, which, like, so did mine, of course, with the, oh, you have an extra party member who's a cleric or bard, and there's mysterious health potions that are healing the party. And then you find their journal after they get eaten, and oh my gosh, they've been with the party the whole time. And I'm saying it in a mocking tone, I'm realizing, but because it's genuinely super cool. But now, since everyone always does it that way, you're not going to be able to surprise the party with it, and once the session actually, like, once the False Hydra bits start, it's going to be similar to the other ones, and if the party's seen False Hydra stuff before, it's not going to feel as interesting to them. But one thing you can theoretically do is do a variant of the False Hydra, which I've done once and kinda twice before. One with the, I believe the community started calling it the Liar's Tower, or at least one person in the comments called it the Liar's Tower, and I took it and ran with it because I really like that name. That's a really neat name for it. But it was the reverse False Hydra that I did a video about over on the island. If you are finding this clip on YouTube and have never heard of me before, hi, I animate D&D videos on the internet with pixel art, and I animated a reverse False Hydra story if you want to go watch that. But the whole thing is, oh, since people are going to be expecting, oh, there's going to be a False Hydra and stuff, I was like, all right, let's take that information, the idea that they're expecting it, and sort of flip it on its head, where they start to have weird memory stuff happening, but it's the opposite of a False Hydra. Instead of losing memories, instead of having weird stuff happen about things the party isn't actually, like, remembering, it's the opposite. The creature is adding memories to the party to attempt to lure them somewhere, to bait them towards the city that it lurks so it can kill them. And even then, the party caught on quite quickly that something weird is happening with that city and to not go there. Which also worked out super well because then when a player ended up having to go there, it was a big moment for the players as well because everybody knew going into it something bad is happening in that city and we're gonna have a, like, weird time going there. But once we actually got there, like, even though it was very heavily telegraphed something weird's going on, the party wasn't able to guess what exactly it was because it was, like, a different style of thing. And I came up with that just by looking at, oh, the False Hydra, I've run it for these players before, but I want to do another weird memory modification creature, so let's just flip it. But there's a lot of other things you can do, like, I've had an idea of a, like, royal family or something who has a False Hydra as a pet, and they use it to kill anyone who stands against them in, like, rebellion. You just get that person eaten, everyone forgets about the rebellion, boom, you're fine. Except here's the thing, even though they have an agreement with the False Hydra is actually also eating members of the royal family, but they don't remember. They think the False Hydra is just following the agreement to the letter, and that could be really cool, because even though this royal family is, like, you know, bad, they also have, like, they are also being hurt by the False Hydra and don't realize it. So they're simultaneously fighting the party, but also getting attacked by the False Hydra, and then the mystery of the session doesn't come from, oh, there's a False Hydra, what do? It's, oh snap, there's these people using a False Hydra, and that's awesome. And I've had a few other ideas for variant False Hydras that I want to run, like, what if there was a False Hydra that instead of, like, you know, a Hydra, it was a single humanoid figure that was following the party, that joined the party. And everyone else, like no one remembers them, but all the weird stuff with, oh, everyone refers to the party as one higher than it is, stuff like that, that keeps happening. But the party's gonna think, oh, there's a false Hydra, but then they look in the mirror, or they look in a window or a mirror at some point and get a glimpse of an extra person with them, a cloaked figure, and they're like, oh, that's weird. Water doesn't blow up. Water does blow up. That's fine. And they get a glimpse of this cloaked figure, because the idea I had for it was, it's the cloaked figure follows them, stuff like that. Maybe it has a mask, or underneath the mask it has like a normal false Hydra face sort of thing, something like that. But it can only be seen or remembered while it's being reflected. So in addition to having a different functionality than the false Hydra, it also has a different weakness. And then because of that, it'll still be a super memorable time, even if the party's heard of the normal false Hydra. So that's... Oh, okay, that's fine. We're fine. We're fine. You're fine. Okay, what if you didn't? Bruh.